Good morning, student. Here we are going to start new chapter, chapter number 8, quadrilaterals, and it is part number 1. Here we are going to take introduction of quadrilaterals and its family, that which type of quadrilaterals are there, and also we are going to discuss its characteristic and its property related to quadrilaterals. Now let's first we just discuss what is a quadrilateral. As you know though, as you know that you have studied many properties of triangle in chapter 6 and 7, and you know that on joining three non-collinear points in a pair, joining three non-collinear points in pairs, the figure so obtained is triangle. So figure obtained is triangle. Now let us mark 4 points and see what we obtain on joining them in pair in some order. Let we put 4 points in a plane, and we check that which type of figure we can obtain. Just you can see that in first figure, if we put the 4 points in a one line, as you can see in the figure, that in first figure if you put 4 points in a line, then it is a line. Now we take three collinear point, and one is not collinear point. So these form these 3 point form one triangle. Now we take four non-collinear points, then you can find such type of this figure and also such this figure. So here this figure, these two figures are known as a quadrilateral. So such figure formed by joining 4 points in an order is called a quadrilateral. So if we join such 4 points, as you can see in the figure 3 and figure 4, so if you join such points, then you can find such figure, and this figure is known as a quadrilateral. Now let a quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles and 4 vertices. As we know that in a triangle there are 3 vertices, 3 sides, and 3 angles. In quadrilateral has a 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices. So now let me take the parts of quadrilateral. So you can see that in quadrilateral ABCD, here given quadrilateral ABCD, AB, BC, CD and DA, AB, BC, CD and DA are 4 sides. ABCD, ABCD are the 4 vertices, and angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D are 4 angles formed at vertices. So these are the parts of the quadrilateral, any quadrilateral. Now let as if you join AC and BD, the opposite point, if you join opposite vertices A and C, B and D, then you can find it there are two line segment, and it is known as a two diagonal of quadrilateral ABCD. So if you join the opposite points of a quadrilateral, then you can find two diagonals of it. So we just remember that these parts of quadrilaterals. Now let's discuss about some types of quadrilateral. In this chapter we will study more about different types of quadrilateral, their properties, and especially those of parallelogram. Here we are going to take such a example or such type of quadrilaterals, but in this chapter we are going to discuss the property and the characteristic of parallelogram. And what is a parallelogram, that we are going to discuss here. You have already studied what is a parallelogram. If the two side uh, or opposite side of quadrilateral are parallel. If two side or opposite side of a quadrilateral are parallel, then this is known as a parallelogram. So let us take some. What is a parallelogram? Here you can see that one blackboard, book, and table. Now just we are going to talk about its surface. Its surface, and there are four edges, as you can see in the figure, that there are four edges or four sides, and you can see that in blackboard the this side and these two opposite side are parallel to each other. Means if you take perpendicular measure at each point of two sides, then it is equal. So let you can say that this line and this line are parallel to each other, as well as this line and also this. So these two sides are also parallel, as well as you can see in the textbook, that is the edge of these textbooks are parallel to each other. These two sides are parallel to each other, and these two sides are parallel to each other, as well as the surface area of the table. You can find that. So this type of figure, as you can see in the figure, that this type of figure is known as a parallelogram. We also discuss the properties of parallelogram. Although most of the object we see around are of shape of spatially quadrilateral called rectangle, we shall study more about quadrilaterals and especially parallelogram, because a rectangle is also parallelogram, and also properties of a parallelogram are true for rectangle as well as. So later we just discuss about the other. Now first we are going to discuss the angle sum property of quadrilateral. You have also studied about that the angle sum property, that is if you take the sum of the angles of quadrilateral, then it is equal to 360. Just the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this is known as the angle sum property of quadrilateral. Just we remember that. What is the angle sum property of quadrilateral? That is the sum of the angle of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this is known as the angle sum property of quadrilateral. This can be verified by drawing diagonal and divide the quadrilateral into triangles. Let me check that is this true for the quadrilateral. So just we have to draw one quadrilateral ABCD, and we join one diagonal. If we join just one diagonal AC, we join. So you can see that AC divides the quadrilateral into two triangle. You can see that two triangle. So now let check the if the sum of angles of quadrilateral is 360 or not. For that, just what we have done here, let ABCD be a quadrilateral and AC be a diagonal, as you can see in the figure. You know that here you can find two triangle. So in first triangle, DAC, angle DAC plus ACD plus D is equal to 180 degree. As you know that the sum of three angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Similarly, in triangle ABC, angle CAB plus angle ACB plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Now what we do? Just we take the sum of both the equation. Then we can find, adding equation 1 and 2, we get angle DAC plus angle ACD plus D, angle CAB plus angle ACB plus B, which is equal to 80, 180 plus 180, that is equal to 360. Here DAC plus angle CAB is angle A. You can see in the figure, DAC and CAB are adjacent angle. So we can find angle A, and ACD and angle ABC are adjacent angle. So we can find angle C. So angle A plus angle D plus angle B plus angle C, which is equal to 360 degrees. So we can say that the sum of the angle of quadrilateral is 360 degree, so which is verified. So now let types of quadrilateral, just we discuss about types of quadrilateral. Here you can see some quadrilaterals in the plane. Look at the different quadrilaterals drawn below. So here you can see that in the first figure, AB and DC sides are parallel. AB and DC sides are parallel, but after that AD and BC are not parallel. But here you can see that AB and DC are parallel. So such a type of quadrilateral known as a trapezium. Known as a trapezium. Here you can see that in figure 2, PQ and S are parallel, and also PS and Q are also parallel. So this type of figure is known as a parallelogram. If we draw parallelogram and if we take one angle of 90, if we take parallelogram and one angle of 90, means opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. Then if we take one angle as 90, then it is known as a rectangle. It is known as a rectangle. It is also parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel to each other, so it is parallelogram. Now in a parallelogram, if we take all these sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal, then this type of shape is known as a rhombus. What we can say? Rhombus. If we take in a rectangle, if all sides are equal, then it is known as a square. If all sides are equal in a rectangle, then it is known as a square. And this type of shape that adjacent sides are equal, the adjacent sides are equal, then it is known as a kite. This is known as a kite. Now let us observe that one pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral ABCD in figure 8.51, namely AB and CD are parallel. You know that that this is or it is called a trapezium. Next, that both pair of opposite sides of quadrilaterals given in figure 2, 8.5, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 are parallel. Recall that such quadrilaterals are called parallelograms. So quadrilaterals PQRS of figure 8.5 2 is a parallelogram. Just we discuss that figure number 2 is a parallelogram. After that, other figures are one rectangle, one square, one rhombus, and one that is not a parallelogram but kite. Similarly, all quadrilaterals given in figure 8.5, 3, 4 and 5 are parallelograms. So we just discuss here figure 3, as you can see in the figure. So in parallelogram MNRS of figure 8.53, note that one of its angle, namely angle M, is right angle. One of angle, namely that angle M, is a right angle. What is this special parallelogram called? Try to recall. It is called rectangle. It is called rectangle. If in a parallelogram one angle is of 90 or it is a right angle, then it is known as a parallelogram. Now here you can see that the parallelogram DEFG of figure 8.54 has all sides equal, and we know that it is called a rhombus. If in a parallelogram means opposite sides are parallel to each other. So this, and if four sides are equal, then we can say that this parallelogram is rhombus. Here was one figure, that fifth figure. Here you can see that it is a rectangle, but all sides are equal. The parallelogram ABCD of figure 8.5, that is 5, has angle A of 90 degree and all sides equal. It is known as a square. It is called square. So just about we are going to discuss such figures. Now some properties related to these all the figures we can derive that, and one more thing, that is it is a kite. In quadrilateral ABCD of figure 8.5, that is 6, AD is equal to CD and AB is equal to CB. It is, that is, two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. It is not a parallelogram, it is called a kite. Now some property. Note that a square, rectangle and rhombus are all parallelograms. You can find that square, rectangle and rhombus are parallelogram because the opposite side of this whole figure are parallel to each other. Now we just derive some observation. That first is that a square is a rectangle and also a rhombus. You can see the figure. A square is also a rectangle, we can also call it rectangle, and a rhombus also we can say that rhombus because its four sides are equal. A parallelogram is a trapezium because in trapezium should be only two sides equal. So you can see that parallelogram is also trapezium, but trapezium is not a parallelogram because in trapezium there is just only one pair of sides are parallel to each other. So we cannot say that trapezium is parallel. Converse it not true. A kite is not a parallelogram. A trapezium is not a parallelogram as only one pair of opposite sides is parallel in a trapezium and we require both pairs to be parallel in parallelograms. A rectangle or a rhombus is not a square. A rectangle and rhombus is not a square because in square there must be four sides are equal. But in a rectangle there may or may not four sides are equal, and in rhombus there not any angle is of 90. So let we just remember these properties. Now exercise number 8.1, that is given example number 1. The angles of quadrilaterals are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of the quadrilaterals. Now we want to given the ratio of the angles, that is 3:5:9:13. Mean their angles are in the ratio, such ratio. Now we are going to find the all the angles, but we know that the sum of or angle sum property of quadrilateral, that is the sum of angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So just let me assume solution. Suppose the measures of four angles are 3 4, that is 3x we take, 5 that is 5x we take, 9 that is we take 9x, and 13 that we take 13x. Now we know that 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x is equal to 360 degree. It is a angle sum property of quadrilateral. As we know that the sum of angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degree. So we can say that this is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. So we take the sum of these 4 angle. So we can find 360 degree. So 3 plus 5, 8 plus 9, 17 and 13, that is 30x, which is 360. Now we want to find the value of x. So we make subject as x is equal to 360 upon 30, which is equal to 12 degree. Means value of x is 12 degree. So we just put 12 in all these terms and we can find 3x, 3 into 12 that is 36, 5x that is 5 into 12 that is 60, 3x equal to 9 into 12 it is equal to 18, and 13x is equal to 13 into 12 that is 156 degree. So that therefore the angles of the quadrilateral are 336 degree, 60, 108 and 156. So we can find such angle. Now let's just In homework, question 1, write types of quadrilaterals and its definition. Write types of quadrilateral and its definition as we have discussed, and also write the characteristic of parallelogram and relationship between parallelogram and other quadrilaterals. Question 2, the angles of quadrilateral are in the ratio 7 is to 5 is to 9 is to 15. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. So just solve these two questions.